What's to news? It's Robert here. Welcome back to another episode of Kiwi Makes Custom Maps. I'm just running through a brief test simulation. Well, no, not a test simulation. A test run of the second single player map because I am working on it off camera. I've said that so many times. But I've got all of the titles in. I've got like the level 1 stage number in, so that's working fine. I have updated the redstone a little bit, shifted some stuff around, so all of that should be fine. I'm testing whether all the when you enter through all of the doors actually advance you to the next stage, because I had to shift the layout for the redstone block commands. What I mean by that is when you step on a pressure plate, you step on a pressure plate. When you go through the door, you step on a pressure plate, and that activates a command block, which blocks the redstone block somewhere and activates this whole system, which powers the entire, which powers the single player map. I had to shift the shift the position of where that redstone block resides. So I'm just testing where all of the redstone blocks are. Well, testing whether all of the stages work. Hopefully you got some explanation out of my rant. But I'm also testing the level 1 stage number part. Oh, there we go. So I've updated this stage as well. I made the zombies a little bit faster than they're supposed to be. Hopefully, at least. Ow. There we go. And you guys might be wondering, why is it level 1 stage 6? Why isn't it enter the dungeon? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Where did these guys come from? Oh dear, hey, sup? Where did those guys come from? Must be the tracking range. Might be wondering why it's level 1. It's because it's level 1 of the Enter the Dungeon map. It's not level 2 of the full custom map. Oh, door not opened. Oh! I'm gonna have to update this one. No, I see a potential bug in this one. This is supposed to be the final door of the single player map, which you haven't gone through, but in one of the previous stages, well, in none of the previous stages, the door down here hasn't been opened as well. Oh dear. Yeah, so I'll see you guys in a little bit. I'm gonna go fix that change, and I'll see you in a sec. That's the only change I need to do. We'll start working on the second multiplayer map in 5 seconds. To be honest, everything was fine. I didn't have to change anything. Now, okay, so we're going to be building the second multiplayer map. This is going to be for multiplayer. Oh, no, we've got that one. Let's pick up all of these palette. We need that. And we don't have enough space. Right, so let's go build this. So we're going to be using the quartz more as an accent block. We're not going to be using it as the main block for this custom map. If you're unaware with what we're trying to achieve, you didn't watch the last episode, what we're trying to achieve is this. So it is a command block based maze. So you go from A to B to C to I to H to F. F has the button, so B to G to F to B. Hold on, C to I to end. Yeah, so it is a command block. It is a command block map. Sorry, not map, maze. So that's what we're going to be trying to achieve. We're going to be building small rooms for each of those 9 small maze rooms. And each of these maze rooms will have 2 options of where to go. You'll have one on the left and one on the right. Oh no, we're not going to be using that as the block. We'll start off with using... No! Oh dear, something went wrong. That's 1.8 for you. I don't know, I've been having a lot of issues with 1.8. Even in a single player, it's irritating, to be honest. Blocks just don't appear on the hotbar, and they just get changed sometimes. It's really inconvenient. Right, so I'm thinking maybe something like... Let's see. So you get teleported here. Well, I kind of want 2 different platforms for both the first player and the second player to teleport into. So maybe the first... Player 1 teleports here, player 2 teleports here. And then we have the doors here, maybe? Well, I'm not even sure if they should be doors. They could be buttons. So maybe something like that. Oh, and then we could have our, well, which one is it? Chisel block. There we go. We could have our our two player spawns directly facing each other, so they have to walk out of there. So say there's a wall there and a wall there. Well, say there's a wall over here and a wall over here, and then you've got the two players. The first one to hit the other one back goes, the player goes over there, and then this player over here has to choose between the two doors and choose which one they want to go through. Yeah, that seems like a good plan. Okay, so we've got an idea of what we want. Because both players will be given 2 knockback sticks, and that's the whole idea of this competitiveness. So since PvP's on, each of these doors will have to be disabled for seconds after a player has entered through it to disallow the other player to enter through that door. Alright, so I'm going to go work on this room for a little bit, and I'll catch you guys in a little bit. Alright, so here's my update on the map. So player 1 will spawn here, and then player 2 will spawn over here. I really like this map design. I mean, it's completely different to every other map design we've had so far. Every other map design has been very, very linear, and this one uses 3 stages, well, 3 different levels. Like, assume that there's a floor down here, which the player falls down, and when they fall down here, they can go back onto the platform to get back up. So this one utilizes 3 different levels. So what I'm thinking is the room's going to be definitely decorated in a red fashion. Like the roof is going to be red, so you're going to know this is going to be a red room. But you start down here and you walk up these stairs, and then the other players over here as well. So if both of you spawn in the same room, then you guys can have a little fight. Let's see, give Torbray stick 10 enchantment. I think it's 19. Yep. So both of you get given a knockback stick, and then you go fight it off. You go fight each other, and then you can knock each other back. Basically, this is going to allow you to knock the other player off before they reach a doorway. I mean, I'm not sure how frequent it's got to be, how often it's got to be in which you actually encounter a player. But if a player's like over here and about to enter the orange door, you just knock them, and then they'll be like, "Doo!" and then knock to the floor, and then you can go enter through that door if you want to. That's just going to be the competitive nature of this. But I really like this room. Allows for lots of knockback, and when you go up here, you get to choose between left or right doors. Orange, of course, will go to orange. Yellow will go to yellow. I'll probably use different colors in the end, so it's not orange and yellow. It'll be more like so for the red room, it'll be more like black, well, brown and green, for example. I don't really want this to be too linear, so something like this I'm thinking of. And then this is the red room. Yep, so that's an update. I'm going to go do a little bit more work, and I'll catch you guys in a bit. Alright, a little bit of an update on the stage. Look at this. Look how detailed it is. I've been working probably maybe half an hour on this. And yeah, I've decided that we should go with a little dome design on the outside. Make it a little bit more like an Atlantis temple. I'm not sure how it's going to translate for the inside of this, but I mean, I don't know. If you're on the inside, will it feel like you're underwater or what? Should we make it feel like they're underwater? That would be really, really cool. We should also replace these with sea lanterns. But yeah, the staircase design has changed a little bit. So when you first teleport in, you see this red stuff, which I just broke. So you see which room you're in red, and you can't exactly run forward. You have to choose between left or right, and they will give a little bit of hesitation. So you could either choose to run left, and they will give you a lot easier chance to, well, not an easier chance, but an easier run to the left, because if you ran forward and then turned left, it was a little bit of a sharper turn, whereas if you run left, you run left. And yeah, it's the same for both sides, and I've added some little details. These are what the pillars are going to look like now, because we do need the command block on the inside, so give Torbray command block 1, for example. We'll need to chuck one inside there. So that's what those look like. I'm not sure about how the pillars look just yet, but they look fine. And on the outside we've got some scraggly andesite and some upside down quartz slabs, so they look pretty good. They look a little bit tentacly, and then I think we'll have some prismarine as the wall blocks, like so, like that. And we'll just have it all on the outside, and then we can add some details later on. For these pillars, I had the idea of having red pillars over there, just glaringly obvious, but I think that doesn't look quite as good as this new design over here, which has only red highlights. So the room does look very Atlantean sort of style, but when you look forward you can definitely see red over there. It's not so blindingly obvious, yet it is obvious enough that you will understand that this is the red room. So that's a little update on what's going on. For this room, I just want it to, I don't know, have a little bit of brilliance. I want it different to how the other rooms have been. For example, one of the rooms had, like, the dungeon room, the dungeon map. The dungeon map is very Minecraft style, and you can tell it's vanilla. And then you've got these parkour styles, so they are very simple. They've got very small palettes. For this one, I want it to be a lot more like a custom building, and just you can it's just a different sort of feel. I feel like the different sort of building styles that you have create a different sort of illusion, a different sort of being, a different sort of how you behave. So this one I want to be a bit more alien, and therefore it's a bit more hesitant and a bit more combat orientated. So this one definitely gives off will definitely give off an alien feel the way I see it. But that's just my thought process behind all of this. Anyway, I'll do a little bit more work on this off camera, and I'll catch you guys in a bit. I might actually end the episode soon, because I'm trying to keep all of these under 20-15 minutes or so, because I just want these to be a little bit shorter, not exactly full episodes, but just more kind of updates, more of a diary on how this map is going. So I'll catch you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, so just a little bit more of an update. I've been working on this for another half hour, and this is what the room's turned out to look like. It's definitely changed from the last update I did of this little room, but there we go. So we've got a little Atlantean room. It looks like we're kind of underneath lots of prismarine. I've got a red crystal in the center. This is going to be kind of the little guideline, well, the kind of little lore which is going to happen to the map. So I'm going to go try and explain that whenever you go through the red doorway, it teleports you to the red crystal, and I kind of like that little lore. I think it's a really cool little lore, just to add to this multiplayer map. I've asked for some advice from my mate Magic on what we can do with this room, but the first thing I have to say is that I am so creeped out by how prismarine changes its colour every now and then. But I've also added some highlights, some prismarine bricks over there, some red glass. I really like this crystal in the center. I think this really gives a very big alien sort of allure to this room, to make it feel much more alien than usual. And we've still got these doorways over here. I removed the sea lanterns. I'm not exactly sure what to do with the center of these platforms over here, but I think this room looks really good. I'm very proud with it. Been giving lots of details. I haven't realized how kind of good I am of a builder, but I do want to add some more highlights to these sort of little cubicles over here. I want to add some more red, and then I might want to add like a small crystal over here for the lime green. So we add lime green, for example, here. We add some lime there, and then we have a little bit of a crystal. So it's kind of like when you walk through the doorway, it teleports you to the other crystal, because there's a crystal through here which you're being teleported through. So maybe something like this, something like that sort of crystal, and then when you walk through, it's kind of like you're walking into the crystal. I don't know, something like that maybe. I really like this room though. I haven't really built much of crystals or any of that sort of dealio. But yeah, I'm gonna go get some advice from my mate Magic, and then we will resume, and that will be the final That we'll probably call the episode there. Yeah, I really like this. Alright, so I think this is going to be the end product for now at least. I think this looks alright, to be honest. I don't know, I'll probably mess around with it a little bit, but on the bottom we have chiseled, normal, and pillar quartz. And we've also got some red clay mixed in to just change up the walls, make sure it's not so, overwhelmingly green, as Magic said when I asked him for help. So that, it looks really good actually. I really enjoy it. It's got heaps of these, these prismarine bricks as well in the walls. So it breaks up all of this changing prismarine blocks. And then up there we've got prismarine and these normal prismarine blocks as well as the red clay which are mixed in. Overall I think it looks pretty good. I think we do need to mess around with the bottom a little bit more. Try and get rid of all of this prismarine we've used. But overall I think it looks good. It's definitely got that kind of dirty feel. That feel that the red clay's been mixed in. But yeah, I don't know. If you have any suggestions, just put it down in the comments. I will read them and I'll try to respond to any I can. There was actually a comment from, who was it, Jordan Steve I think, last episode, which I couldn't reply to him about. But he said that you can see invisible entities if you go into game mode 3. So that's an awesome comment. And then this is the outside if you're wondering. It looks really, really odd from the outside. It looks like, I don't know, moldy cheese. It looks really good on the inside though. So we see that if you go into game mode 3, you can see invisible entities. So here are the invisible no gravity armor stands from last episode if you're wondering. There we go. And apart from that, that's got to be it for this episode, guys. Cheers for watching. We're getting one step closer to the release of version 0.3.0. If you have any comments, if you have any questions, just leave in the comments. Apart from that, cheers for watching, dudes. I'll catch you next time. Have a good one. Bye bye, guys.